If you want to see how to remove the throttle body from this engine and why is it water cooled, there is going to be a link in the description below. So if you got a trouble code which starts with P21XX, where XX can be any numbers, then you might have to do one of the following tests. Before that, it's important to mention that the throttle body is strictly related to other air sensors or the acceleration pedal sensor. So depending on your circumstances and what you find on your car, you might have to test and check the values from the other sensors as well. So with that being said, let's go ahead and test this throttle body. First, if you have a scan tool with live data, connect it on the OBD2 port, turn the key in the second position, choose throttle body position sensor on your scan tool, and with the throttle body still connected, you can watch the graph while pressing on the flap, and you should see a steady increase in percentage or voltage depending on what the scan tool is showing to you. So you are looking for a drop in signal. If you see drops in signal, that's gonna trigger some trouble codes for sure, and you will have to replace the throttle body. Now, let's say you do not have a scan tool, you can still do the same test with a voltmeter, but this time disconnect the throttle body. Always bench test a part while it is disconnected. So set your voltmeter to 2000 ohms, and on the throttle body you've got these two last pins from this side. Just connect your probes on those, and you will see right now when I press on the throttle flap, the resistance will increase. Now I press, now I'll press more, and you can see the values are coming back to zero, like full continuity. And that is because of the cruise control. When, for example, you set up a speed like 70 kilometers per hour, let's say, the throttle body will learn that speed and it will keep a maximum limit of how much this flap can open. And that's how the control cruise work. With, of course, the PCM being programmed for such things and the throttle body being compatible with such a feature. Now let's say we're cruising to 100 kilometers per hour. The computer will not allow any voltage input from the pedal position sensor to change the throttle position flap, so it will keep it like this all the time. Next, check how the flap moves, and if it moves, it should not be blocked. You should press kind of hard on this flap in order to move it. If it's like flimsy and moves around like that, then the throttle body is broken. Or if the flap is blocked and you cannot move it, then again there is something wrong with the throttle body and you have to replace it. This is like more like a visual test. It's probably a good idea to go right now on your car and check how much pressure you should apply on this flap to get used with the feeling, so when you're gonna see a wrong throttle body with a broken flap, you recognize it quite fast. Of course, when you wiggle it, you should not hear any excessive noises. Next, if let's say you got a trouble code like P0121, you might have to clean your throttle body from carbon buildup. You can press the flap like that, and it's very important to clean it down there where the flap will sit. Next, if let's say you got trouble codes like P0123 or P0122, you can go ahead and inspect the connector with the key in the second position in the ignition. Check for voltage at these 6 pins. You should be able to find the reference wire to the potentiometer and the one who sends power to the motor inside the throttle body. On this car, it will be almost impossible to back probe the connector while the engine is running, so you can go ahead and inspect the wires at the PCM, because a short in between the wires of another sensor can create a lot of problems and trouble codes, or in the worst case, it might burn your PCM. So with a 10mm socket and an extension, undo these 2 bolts on the side, and it's gonna be one more down here. Try to not lose the bolt like me. Now you can as well remove this plastic cover, something like that. Before unplugging the connectors from the PCM, disconnect the negative terminal on the battery. Now if you look back here, there are 3 main connectors, and if you press on this little tab and then with another finger press on this lever, it will release the connector from this bracket. So do the same with all 3 connectors. You are gonna be interested in the last one, so you cannot remove the last one without removing the whole PCM. Alright, so from all these three connectors, you are interested in the green one. This one is going to collect the wires from all the sensors on the engine. There are going to be 32 pins, and if you count all the pins from all the sensors on the engine, it's going to end up exactly 32. So from these 32 pins, 6 of them are going to be responsible for the throttle body. Turn your voltmeter again to, let's say, 2000 ohms. Connect one of the probes on the first wire, and then you can begin to test each pin on the computer connector, and you should see continuity only on one pin, not on more pins, because if you see it on more pins, then it's obvious that you've got a short. First wire from this position, the orange wire is connected on the computer on the fourth pin from the top, from this corner 1, 2, 3, 4. The second pin, or the yellow wire at the throttle body, is connected on the third pin from the top, 1, 2, 3. You can see we've got continuity, but again, you have to check all the pins. Once you find, for example, your pin down here from the throttle body, you go ahead and inspect all the pins. You might want to inspect also these two. This is quite thick, probably contains all the wires from the computer. You want to check all the pins if you suspect any short. This can be quite time consuming, but it's a very easy, safe test to do, and it can confirm easily if you have a short with other wires or not. Also, you want to check if you have a short to the ground. I'm going to connect my voltmeter down here. Go ahead and probe all these 6 pins, and of course you should not see any continuity, because that will mean that your wire is shorted to the ground. And as you can see, this connector is safe. So after you finish with your tests, go ahead and reconnect back the computer. Press the connector like that, and then you can pull on this lever and it will secure in there. If it doesn't come out and in easy, just spray some silicone lubricant and that will help a lot. Alright guys, I hope this information will be useful in your situation. If so, give this video a thumbs up, and until next time, take care, so I can see you soon.